Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
All right, we're live, bros.
Hey, I'll tweet out.
How goes it? NFT noob, how goes it, bro? Yo, what up? GM in the AF or AN?
We're GM to AF.
Yeah, I'm doing. Hey, what?
Good
What?
morning, Des Fuck.
Good to be with you guys. Awesome. Two amazing boys hanging around like that. Last show was amazing, boys. I had much fun. So, love what you do here in your community. Makes fun with you. Like that.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, shout out to everybody if you're watching. Don't forget, I'm actually just now remembering to head on over to our planet so I can claim my AETH.
Oh, I should do that too before I'm forced to stake more to burn, or I burn.
Yeah, that's what I just was like. Oh, dude, I hope I don't have to burn any to claim this. I hope, yeah. So just sending out that friendly reminder.
When I say this, I'm going to say something that really pisses people off. I burn about 2 million A through a day.
Nothing more worth.
Great. That would help if you could stake that to my collection.
I'm trying. I don't claim it fast enough. So like I'm having this first world problem of getting too much per hour. So I'm I know it sounds bad, but if I don't claim like every hour, basically, I have to like set my claim limit higher, and it's constant work. It's a nightmare.
Why it's promising, right? But I'm sometimes thinking about how much tokens, asset, money, whatever is as a ghost in the background because it's not claimed. People forgot this. Even stuff I have on OpenSea, made that half a year ago or so. I haven't watched that the last 4 months, and maybe I should take a look if there's some offers or so. Maybe there is something, is luck coming around and you don't even realize that. That would be so bad.
Not even ghosts, but people that get locked out of their accounts after they stake all their NFTs on our planet. Now they're all staked on our planet, but they're locked out of their account, so there's no way for them to unstake or claim or anything. So there's not just ghost account, but there's definitely tons of accounts of people locked out like that. And yeah, it definitely happens for sure. I just wanted to remind everybody because that's like one of the things I do. And then like one of the second things I normally do is I go to Splinterlands and then I claim my SPS rewards from just holding Splinterlands NFTs. Like you just hold them, and every day you get airdrops.
But do you actually actively play with them also?
I used to play a lot, but right now I'm just renting them out. I do I lease damn near my whole collection out, and I'm earning from the leasing on that every day. I have to
Oh,
be more active on it because the values do change on like what you can list them for lease, like for people to rent them. So that's just one of the things I have to stay active on with Splinterland since I don't really play the game as much. I do have to look at how much they're worth as far as what they're worth in dark energy crystals to rent, and then I have to like adjust the price. So I play with it in a different way.
yes.
As long as you're playing with yourself, that's all that matters.
Sometimes when I'm on hype and take a look into Splinter Sands, I don't have own cards, but I was wondering. Sometimes they're really, really active, and so much people are on it and do tournaments. But sometimes there are weeks it's more, in a low and nothing much happen. And then some few weeks later, it's magic, and the prices pumps so much. It's an interesting community, but I never have played on my own. But I've liked makes totally sense to have magic cards, kind of, but in an NFT way. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
still
like
I would
10
like to
cents a
see.
token, which is pretty awesome. Like
What was it, like $1 almost?
they just
right?
partnered with Warner Media or Warner Music Group, right, or something like that.
Yeah, WMG. I'm not sure. It's a strategic partnership. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I know
um,
a couple of people that are on the Warner side with that, but not on the Splinterland side. So I'm not sure. Wasn't there a token like $1 at one point?
Yeah,
I mean, it
almost.
was up there.
I never sold. I just keep staking. Wax is on its way. It's doing good. It's at 31 cents, so that's nice.
yeah,
Stable.
Bitcoin's
but it
almost
makes
$45,000 today. Ethereum's over 3 grand.
yeah. But I'm wondering, even the migration to Volume 2. Yeah, I'm wondering when it happens. When was it exactly? I can remember 2 years ago they have promised that. But it seems like so hard to adopt to the Volume 2, so it's proof of stake. Maybe I've missed it, and a week ago it's already adopted and migrated, but I don't think so, right? So I'm wondering how long this exists, because all the people from they're adopting to Polygon, Avalanche. Avalanche is a real big thing right now. I'm on Avalanche mainly with our own product, and I'm wondering if Ethereum is somewhere dying. To be honest, I mean it will never die. Facebook is even not dying, but I don't think it's a too big thing long term. I don't want to dump it right now, so people stake your ethers. But at the end, there's so much alternatives which work much more better, because it's improved. Let's see.
I think I'm not sure it needs to improve in some ways, because if you look at the nature of layer twos, I think that a lot of enterprises are going to kind of basically have like what looks like their version of a layer two.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm not sure that it'll really matter. Like they're just going to find cost effective and fast ways to put things on chain. And as long as it like lives in the Ethereum ecosystem, I think it's going to work. I don't know.
Yeah, look
I
at
see
side
the-
chains like intranets. Fortune 500 companies still use intranet in their companies, like in their offices, the skyscrapers in New York City. They still use intranet for their
and have,
employees
like,
and their
private
networks.
servers
Right,
and-
exactly. So I could definitely see them forking some side chains and having their own intranet side chains for Ethereum, and then maybe batching from the side chain on the main chain at certain seasons or whenever it's optimal for the fees. I think companies will definitely be doing that for sure.
I'm not
Maybe.
sure if it's true, but I think Nike has had that kind of set up for like a while. They just haven't done anything.
Oh, these will be like licensed forks, by the way. I don't want to confuse the audience when I say fork
Yeah.
it. No, they won't just like anarchy fork Polygon. They're gonna get like Nike's version of a Polygon like enterprise solution.
It'd be like white labeled.
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not paid for this. What I wanted to say, for example, this is why I love Avalanche, and this is why we decided to launch on Avalanche, because you have the subnet functionality. And this is what I mean. For Ethereum, you need to fork it. But on Avalanche, you just have some few comments in the comment in line phase, command line interface, and then you just have immediately your own subnet, which is compatible with all other subnets. And to be honest, this is what I'm asking myself with Ethereum. I like Ethereum, I love the whole idea, but I believe a long way. If Nike comes along and do their own project with low cost, it makes totally sense to make a subnet. And we're thinking for our own ecosystem to do such thing as well.
Well,
It's so easy to.
Well, if NFTs are anything to kind of show us where mainstream's going to go with this, it has shown that they will experiment with every blockchain. They're not just going to, use Bitcoin or focus on the Ethereum marketplaces. With the NFTs, the mainstream kind of went every single place they could. They touched on everything to experiment. So I do see that potentially being the case where, yeah, maybe you're right. Ethereum doesn't necessarily have to be the winner because they are going to experiment with everything and they're going to see what fits in with what where. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to interoperability. It's really not going to matter, if you choose this route or the other route. Interoperability, it's just going to be blockchain.
Yeah, I think it pretty effectively bridges before Ethereum actually needs to transition. And then it'll be like this thing where it's like, well, should we even bother? Like, I don't know. Like, I have a weird feeling.
Yeah, me as well.
I know several companies that have created like two-way bridges for NFTs and all kind of interesting things from chain to chain. And it's just not like, it's not like super public. But I mean, those things exist already. So I wouldn't be surprised when we see like the big money that's in the public sector getting into this stuff. Like, we'll see an easy way for these things to happen, I think, without one having to be the winner. It's not going to be like Pepsi and Coke. It's like Ethereum will be more like IBM or something, where they're like a part of everything else,
Exactly, and this exists nevertheless. Microsoft still exists. The example I like the most is Facebook. More and more people are running away from Facebook and use other alternatives because they are great alternatives right now. And years ago, I heard, remember someone was saying to me, Facebook gonna die, and I was like, well, the thing is, they have their own ecosystem, and they do it like Microsoft. They buy in other companies, so to say, and they still exist because they have its ecosystem, and the people are using Instagram and so on and so forth. So if something is already, or a pioneer is, they have its own big market, they're not dying so fast. So I believe it's the same for Ethereum at the end. And
it's also a bag holder's game too, though. So it's like, it's like Bitcoin. Like if you look at like MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor investing so much in Bitcoin that if Bitcoin fails, they fail. So now they have a financial incentive to pump it to help their own thing work. So I think that the more companies come in and invest in blockchain, they're going to invest in like what they think is the most popular, or at least like has the highest market volume, which would be Ethereum. So you'll have too many companies invested like a majority of their wealth in it to let it fail. So like that might make it successful right there alone. Because it like,
that's true.
It's like the financial bailouts that happened in the US several years ago. Like they became big enough, some of these companies, where if the government didn't help them, it actually affects the government in a bad way. So it's like, that might happen in crypto with things like Ethereum. People just overinvest and they're like, well, shit, we have to use it. And then they have to make it work somehow. And then you see solutions develop from like the other side getting into it, not from the side that exists now. There's just a lot that needs to be seen, I think.
Yeah, not a lot of people are talking about the possibility of like Microsoft just making their own blockchain, and just
microchain
and force loading it on all these devices. If you buy a Dell or Acer, Alienware, whatever computer you buy, the only reason it has an operating system on it is because Microsoft, it has Windows on it because Microsoft gave it to them for free, or they paid a very fucking small licensing fee to install Windows on that Alienware device or that Dell computer. So I think, you know, what we could see is Microsoft creating their own blockchain and force loading it in like bloatware into most of these devices, like hospitals, government buildings, police. Everything already uses fucking Windows. Microsoft really runs the world.
Yeah, well, this is. I don't know if this runs the world, because if you ask me, Linux is running the world, because there's so much you don't notice that this.
Yeah,
Linux
well, that's what I mean, though. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You would think it's Linux, but it's not really Linux. It's what Microsoft has stolen and white labeled as their version of Linux, and that's what you're getting in your lawnmower.
You're both wrong. You're both wrong. It's the Illuminati.
It's the Illuminati.
As a system administrator, early days, I can tell you, even all websites you use are all on such Linux servers. If you use a modern car with a navigation system, it's Linux. Even your fucking microwave is Linux at the end. I mean, it's the Linux kernel.
Funny to argue over who controls us, and there's not a clear answer. It's kind of an interesting thing. Like, who actually controls us?
Yeah, but that's what Microsoft did, basically. They forked Linux and made their own, and that's what everyone's using now, is that fork. So what's stopping, you know, Microsoft from forking Ethereum and just...
Yeah. Exactly. They want, I can remember a year ago, they started a project to have an identity system on blockchain basis. I don't know how it was called, but they wanted to do this, first of all, on Bitcoin, by the way. And it was really stunning to me, because, you know, I was like, okay, smart contract system makes the most sense to you, but they wanted to do this on Bitcoin.
Yeah, was that a rootstock project?
Huh?
Was that a rootstock project?
It's a year ago. They announced that they are working on that. This is a sub project. I can remember how it calls, but if you Google identity system blockchain Microsoft, then you will find it. They have even documentation for that. You can participate and use it. It's just the alpha version, but it works already.
Interesting.
And I was like, this is really interesting. So, I mean, of course, everything you can do on Bitcoin as well. It's more like how you design the infrastructure, so even smart contracts can run on Bitcoin, but the core is not meant to be for smart contracts, but it works out. And Microsoft was interested to do that. Maybe it was not so successful. Maybe it's nowadays is a ghost project, but they have a big announcement a year ago. And they're already, you can register for making your own project on the system. And you have a documentation already published, and then you can use that. But you need to register that. You need to sign up, so they want to know you when you use that. So it's not really open. It's questioning, to be honest. I believe that Bitcoin or blockchain should be permissionless somehow. I'm not sure if this exists still, but a year ago I was announcing this. And I had to look into through the documentation, because a year ago I was looking for a solution for identity for our own ecosystem. And I believe that IDX, so Freebox, maybe you know that, are much, much better than what Microsoft wants to do here. But everyone tries. Everyone tries to do.
Did you stumble across Civic? I think CVC is their ticker.
Oh, yeah.
I have heard about it, but I can't remember what it was.
It's an identity solution.
See?
Yeah.
I forgot about them. Yeah, they're actually, there's a lot of, there's a good amount of quality projects out here now. Like, we're forgetting even amazing projects.
Well, they've been around for a long time. It's Vinny Lingham's project.
I think they're even on Coinbase or something.
Yeah, they're it's like a weird identity solution thing. I scanned my driver's license and submitted it to some centralized authority, right? And then there was a beer vending machine, and I went up to the vending machine and I scanned the QR code with my wallet, and it asked me what kind of information I want to release, and I just was just my birthday, and the vending machine just got my birthday, and then I got a beer from the vending machine.
Interesting.
That's cool.
And that was in New York City too, so it wasn't easy having that shit fly.
Yeah.
I like that. So I think that's a good solution. That's kind of what we need, because in a lot of ways, if you read the Satoshi white paper, Bitcoin and blockchain weren't necessarily created for the real world. This is the currency of the internet. So like we're fucking it up in some ways by adding real world value to it. I mean, that's subjective, right? But like it's I think in some ways we're trying to fit two things together that weren't necessarily designed to work together. They allow for each other, and they're designed to find a way to work with each other eventually, but like they weren't, it's not just like a given. So now that's our job. It's like we know that the real world is great. We like crypto and the metaverse and blockchain and the internet, and that's great.
Yeah.
Like, how do we combine it in like our effective way? Privacy is our biggest liability next to our safety in that sense, I think. So it's like those solutions are so much more important than people realize. Like that's where people should be investing some of their money, and not invest in advice, but like, in my opinion, invest in your future, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's totally underrated. I mean, I see it here locally, you know. I'm the most of the time in my day, I'm in the internet and crypto sphere. But you know, if I want to run through the real world here, the most people don't even get what advantages Web3 have, especially when it comes to privacy and so on. So, you know, Web3 applications, and you just can sign up with your MetaMask wallet and that's it. Wow, this is something you want. So fuck Facebook. And then at the end, oh, sorry. So I don't know if this is now.
You can say that.
Really?
They don't even
Just
use
share
that
it,
name
share it
anymore.
first.
They're so fucking smart. They changed their name. So like, even if you say that in like 10 years, all those memes won't make sense to people using Meta.
It's like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, exactly. This is a sandbox.
It's Snoop Doggy Dog. You're like, people are like, you're a loser. Snoop Doggy Dog. Stop saying it. Say Snoop, right? And now it's gonna be that way with Facebook.
Yeah.
It did this to the Sears Tower in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's the Willis Tower now.
Yeah, hey, word.
Culture, man.
I find this interesting that Facebook was rebranded to Meta. I mean, of course, Mark Zuckerberg is the only way he can do. You know, he must do this. He have no way around. But it's so interesting to see. You know, now on LinkedIn, I can remember everyone was talking about Metaverse because of Meta, of Mark Zuckerberg's announcement. But the long time ago, Decentraland was alive. You know, and nobody was talking about that. And it was like, I had to try to make a shitstorm on that on LinkedIn. I was like, people, Decentraland is now 2 years ago, and it works like a charm. And so now it's talking about Mark Zuckerberg have invented something so new, so big. But this is how it works at the end. This is the market.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Like,
good luck.
Credit for it.
I was gonna say, good luck being, you know, Decentraland and competing with Meta. When you know, Facebook, aka Meta, has the marketing tools that you as Decentraland would need to use to get those people to even know you exist. So the advertising company made a platform and then stopped advertising your platform and now only advertises their own. I mean, to me, it just makes common sense. Like it's just genius. It's like Mr. Burns evil, but it's still genius.
But it's also stupid.
Amazon has been doing this for years, by the way. If you have a really good idea and you like invent a product and you start fucking advertising it on Amazon and you're selling it out of your garage, guess what Bezos does? He says, hey guys, you see that little item those people are making out of their garage and selling? And they're, we're going to do it an Amazon product and we're going to just advertise our shit instead. And that's what they've been doing to people for fucking years.
Copy the fidget spinner, you know?
Well, that fucking, I mean, if you don't know the story, that lady never saw $1 from that pat. Like,
that's why I bring that one up specifically. I mean, it's like crazy.
Sucks to be her, bro.
I don't know, man.
She's like the Jackson Palmer of Dogecoin, but of fidget spinners. Like, he's like, I don't even have any Doge, and she's like, I got nothing from fidget spinners.
Yeah,
that's rough, actually.
With these fidget spinners, I have never understood that, to be honest. But it was so surprising that the fucking shit worked out. Whoever was selling this, they made so much money with something which is not an utility at the end. How can this?
Oh, it definitely has utility. It definitely has utility to those who enjoy it, right? That's just
okay. Yeah, that's true. If you believe it's an utility at the end. But yes, I mean, this is why I like the classification with utility token, because an utility token is at the end just an ERC20. It does nothing. It depends on what you do with this. For example, the same as with our band token here. We can talk about that. You know, at the end, it's a SafeMoon fork at the end. And why we call it a utility token? It is actually a utility token, but I can call it like I want at the end. If I call it utility token, people say, oh, I can do something with this. And but it depends on the storytelling. This is what products are about, storytelling. And to be honest, I do this by my own right now. I mean, our band token is a permission utility token at the end. Our DAOs, for example, in our ecosystem needs to be backed with band so they can participate to the ecosystem. So it's utility. But I was researching early days, a year ago, so what is a utility token? And it really was shocked. Like, it's just an ERC20. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Not even a DAO specific functionality. It's just an ERC20. But yeah, fidget spinners are maybe also an utility. You can say it like this, yes.
I feel like
basically an
Kenn
ERC
token.
though.
I have my own token. So you have Bend. I have Kenn, and it is sort of like the fidget spinner of cryptocurrencies. Like, it has utility to those who enjoy using it, for sure.
Yeah,
parties and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you can like stake it. You can provide liquidity and play around on like that side of it. You could also, you know, earn it talking in Telegram or holding NFTs, and then you could buy other NFTs with it. Yeah, utility for sure. But it's like the same thing when people out that don't like enjoy that side of it don't really see that as utility. You know,
Yes.
I feel like the terms in which that fall under the umbrella utility for utility tokens and utility NFTs and stuff like that, that's going to be shortened. That umbrella is going to be closed around a few things that people are going to expect out of things, and I think the things that are expected may not actually fall under that, like being able to stake tokens or earn them, you know, in certain ways. Like, all that will be expected to the point people won't see that as utility. That'll just be too basic to be a utility.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end, and because you're saying that the umbrella is more and more getting smaller, I believe this is so interesting to see in the crypto world. There's so massive hype for so much things, and at the end, long term, so much things will be filtered out because they are not an utility at the end. And for example, when it comes to our band token, which is the same mechanism like SafeMoon, the big difference is here that SafeMoon is deflationary, but it's only deflationary if people buy it and use it. So SafeMoon, the reflecting tokenomics is genius. But if you don't have an approach or a reason why you should use the token, it's not deflationary anymore because it's not moved, you know. And this is not for our band token because you need that token to bond it in our treasury somewhere. You need that token so your DAO can get wrapped in our global final currency at the end in our own ecosystem. And this is where the real utility comes, you know, because if you are forced to move this token, then it's deflationary. And this is where the value is coming from. This is why SafeMoon was genius, but it will long term not work out, I believe, because there's no utility for it. So it's not
these
cool.
coins need alliances. Like, they need to align with each other and then
Yes.
businesses. Because like, if you look at how credit cards did this, like, you used to only be able to use like Discover here, Amex there, Visa here. Like, now that they're accepted everywhere, like it's a risk to like.
It's still American Express is still hit or miss.
They're holding out, right?
It's because their fees are doubled than all the other credit card companies' fees.
They keep it real.
Yeah, they charge more for the businesses using them, so that's why I'm like, American Express is still like, you know, the high-end fee side of things, and it is still harder to find like an American Express that is accepted places.
But if you got a platinum or a black card, the concierge service that comes with that is crazy good. Like, my friend has one, and I was with him driving to an event, and like he was like getting stuff set up at the event beforehand for us. It was crazy. Like, because he got his ticket with the black card, and it was like this exclusive, these, you know, crazy seats and stuff. So it's like, I see a utility there, obviously, like you're getting extra, but like that's super exclusive. All the others like under it need to work together for sure to make their deflationary system work, because that requires velocity. Like your money has to be moving from place to place.
Yeah, otherwise the idea is not working out. The whole system is not working out.
That's
And
why U.S. deflation has never concerned our government as much, because the velocity of our money and like people use our money and stuff regardless. So like our government's not freaking out as much as we are, and they never have, because they're like, well, they have to use our token essentially, is kind of like how we would put it in this world. But just me thinking.
But it depends on what at the end, on which level you want to use that. And this is what, for example, our band token is called the store of value, because I give you an example of this. We have Conoro Finance, which is kind of an Olympus stock fork, and these Conoro Finance in Treasury acts like a decentralized central bank for our ecosystem. So it's decentralized, but it has a central function, a central position for the whole ecosystem. It's a payment system for our ecosystem at the end. And it's so interesting that Band, for example, because you are forced to move it because you need it to back for DAOs and so on and so forth, you can use it to bond into the treasury. And this is the most sustainable way, in my opinion, because what I don't like the most Olympus DAOs forks out there, or even Olympus DAO itself, it uses the stable coin, but the problem with stable coin is that they are patched to inflation. And this is at the end, if the token, the OHM token or other Olympus DAO token at the end, they are inflating by itself. So if you are backing an inflation with an inflation, it makes no sense to me. And this is why it was saying like, okay, if band is a utility and this is moved, so it's deflationary, the only thing you want to have in the treasury is a store of value, which is deflationary. Otherwise, the token out of the Olympus DAO fork, in our case, it's Conoro Finance, or the token is called Noro. It's the only way to do it sustainable, because you want to have something deflationary in the treasury system.
Yeah, and something has to complete the loop that has actual value. Like that's the thing a lot of people forget.
Yes.
About utility, like it doesn't. I mean, I guess it's arguable whether it has to be actual monetary value or just like sentimental value, even or like a utility purpose, like getting you into a place or doing a thing. But like, if it doesn't connect somehow, like you have to, you literally have to connect that loop, or it's going to be a failure.
Yes,
and exactly. Going to lose all their money.
Yeah. I like it to call, if you have this tokenomics, I like to call it, you close the cycle. If you then don't have a way to close the cycle, the value is kind of glowing out, running away long term.
It's like filling up a bathtub without like plugging the hole first. Like you're just, if it's clogged, maybe it'll fill up, but typically it's probably gonna, just keep draining and recollecting the extra water in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is
most projects in crypto, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. So this is interesting to see long term what projects will die and what not. I mean, to be honest, the most projects are very useless.
But death isn't permanent in blockchain or crypto. A lot of these dead projects are potential zombies of the future, where a company, a corporation, or small business, or even a community of developers or whatever could stumble upon something that's considered dead and either fork it or bring life back to that, because a lot of the tech is there. It's been developed. It's open source. So a lot of these companies that are looking for things they're just going to do what they've been doing and take from open source, white label, consider it their own, and say, hey, look what we invented, right? So I don't think death in crypto is the same as it would be in like stocks, right? Like if a stock dies, that company's dead. No one's odds of somebody buying that dead company just to bring it back. They're going to buy it to dismantle it, take it apart piece by piece,
or use just the name. Like it's so interesting what you said, because so somebody that comes to mind.
Yeah, the ticker, dude. Somebody might want that ticker so bad.
For sure. Yeah, like if like, I don't know, I know what you mean. Like Tai Lopez, for instance, is like a guy that's into Bitcoin, but he's famous for like reviving old businesses and like buying the name and like using something with that and like making money off it. So if you look at that guy and the businesses he owns, at least the names he owns, it's incredible. Like he owns some of the more iconic businesses in terms of name in American history. And it's impressive. So somebody's gonna do that with blockchain stuff, Ken. You're absolutely right. I've actually never thought about it too much like that.
But yes, it makes totally sense. This is how it works at the end. I mean, when we come back to the Microsoft example, what was so stunning for me to see that Microsoft implemented the Linux terminal. Have you known that you now can run Linux commands on Microsoft? There's Ubuntu inbuilt in Windows. And why are they doing this? Well, they have seen there's a so big developer community out there, and they have bought NPM, a library platform, GitHub, where you store your source code at the end. So there more and more was like, okay, there's an uptrend in open source. So let's use it somehow. Let's use the wave because we need to make more money here. And then they have implemented that and bought all open source platform out there. They're big.
Well, they became a centralized authority for open source software.
Yeah, exactly. It's so stunning to see. But yes, of course, at the end, everybody tries to earn some money, and it's like a gold rush 100 years ago or 200 years ago. And it's always the same wave coming up every 100 years or so that somebody wants to try, take the new wave and make as much money as they can out of it. It's so interesting to see, but this is how it works,
We've always wanted that Midas touch where we can create gold, essentially.
Yeah.
And every now and then we figure it out. And that's kind of what blockchain was. But yeah, it's like, what's the next source of value that's going to actually really provide actual value? I think socially, like there's a lot of like unacknowledged, unspoken social currency out there. That we value more than our actual money in a lot of ways. So it's like, I wonder, hopefully that doesn't get monetized too widely using blockchain. What do you think about that?
This is really interesting. I can imagine that it's like with everything. Early days ago, 100 years ago, you was free to drive your car on the street, how you want, how fast you want. Nowadays, everything is regulated. The same with financial system. And I believe in every kind of invention you think about, long term, they are regulated. For some good reasons, but also for some bad reasons, to be honest. And I believe we are now in a time we can most enjoy that the most. There will be not so free like it's nowadays. There will be much more unfree. But what's good about even it's more getting more unfree or so, what it means at the end is what I like in crypto is that financial system is more accessible to everyone. So even it's more regulated doesn't mean that the people can access this more better when it comes to stocks.
It offers higher freedom than now, although it also offers greater oppression because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So it's like, if more oppression is given, there is the option for more freedom somewhere. You might have to take it from somewhere, but it's there. It exists for sure. Yeah.
And we always can do our own bubbles since blockchain is unstoppable at the end because it's open source. So even it's regulated, there will be always gray zones. There will be always an underground scene, underground community doing their own stuff. And this is why the whole crypto meme-ish thing is working out because the great thing about meme ecosystems is that everybody can do financial things anonymously. And why not? I don't think it's hard to regulate it at the end for officially doing things. I mean, our company, for example, is registered and has a certificate and so on. So we will deal with it, but I'm okay with this. But the good thing is it doesn't exclude people who want to not be regulated. There's always an opportunity for that.
I think our next major war starts because one country will start to try to over-regulate another financially, and then we'll have two sides develop, and kind of starting to kind of happen in a weird way now, but not 100%, but like we see it kind of going potentially those directions. And I wonder if like the winner of that conflict like imposes some sort of like law by blockchain onto people, or you have like government wallet and all that stuff, like some 1984 type shit.
at the end, but
I'm
the
very
whole
paranoid.
we will see.
It's
And
all
really
doable with whitelisting, mandatory whitelisted addresses. It's that easy.
yeah,
I know, it's what scares me because you see how easy it is to include and exclude people from a drop. So it makes you wonder, like, what if it was dropping food instead of NFTs or
yeah,
money, like checks that you need to buy food or your rent payment? Maybe the drop is for the NFT that you need so that your landlord will let you stay there for the next month. Like, that's the scary part to me. And I hate to be that guy all the time, but like we never talk about it unless I bring it up. So I think it's important to touch on it, if nothing else.
yeah, that's true. Absolutely, yeah.
It's too much hopium. I love
Yeah,
crypto. I've been in this for a while too, but I'm just saying, like,
Well, it all runs off of centralized internet service providers, and we've already seen what's
Yeah.
happening with that and NFTs. OpenSea not letting people in, like, what
Thank
was it,
you.
like Dubai, I think, or something like that, mint NFTs. They weren't letting people in India mint NFTs on OpenSea, and that was through their internet service providers. And even the VPNs have recently started working with internet service providers to the point that they're like blocking BitTorrent and torrenting sites. So you can't even use a decent VPN to get to your torrenting site because you need a VPN on top of your VPN just to use the torrent site. And that could happen for a lot of these NFT marketplaces as well, where you could just be excluded from participating based on where you live. So it may be this, worldwide NFT type thing, but depending on where you live, because of the internet, like, your participation in it may be stifled deeply, if not, just extremely limited to the point that without like higher understanding of how to like use the internet, like really use it, like you're probably not going to be able to use it. You're not going to be able to interact with these marketplaces and these tokens and these, layer, like this Web3 that we're all playing with. There's a lot of places around the world that just may be blacked out to the whole thing.
Totally. Yeah, we
And
need to effectively bridge our hearts and minds to allow people to actually participate.
that's
Instead of
why I
worrying
love what
about
Elon Musk is
that,
doing, dude.
it's us,
You see,
yeah,
like he's
cool.
just giving internet to Ukraine. Like, here you go, you got internet now, and like I think Zuckerberg tried to do that with Facebook's drones back in the day. He was trying to give people internet. Obviously, they're making money from data mining everything that you use on that internet. It's like every text message, every dick pic, every Google search, everything. They own that data, and that's worth them building the free internet, the infrastructure, getting satellites into outer space. Why is it worth it if you're not going to give that internet away for free? Because I need all the data. And I think that infrastructure will be built for blockchain as well because of how transparent it is. That data, once they figure out how to really monetize blockchain data, the infrastructure to give it away will be there. But again, who's going to be allowed to use that infrastructure? Who's going to build it? Is it Verizon? Is it Comcast? Is it fucking Microsoft and Google? Because if so, you could pretty much say that there's going to have to be a dark web of layer 3, Web 3. Web 3 is going to need a dark web because the internet service providers aren't going to let them use it.
Yeah. But this is actually exactly the good thing about decentralization and open source, because even if some spaces are more monetized and are regulated, that doesn't stop that there will be other zones are unregulated, because it's only copy and paste thing. It's only forkable, always forkable. And it's always running on multiple nodes. So of course, some crypto spaces will be more regulated. I mean, like I said, Ecosis network, my project is at the end, will face something like this as well. I'm okay with that here, but the good thing about that is it doesn't mean that other people just can do gray zone shit out there. And that won't die. Because you can grab the code, build your own network, and then you're good to go. And no governance can long-term stop that. And this is something what I like here. I mean,
Jack in the chat, love you, bro. He said Starlink ain't free. I thought he was giving it away for free to people in Ukraine right now. I know it's not free. I was saying to them right now. But yeah, he said it's $100 a month and $710 to set it up. If you think about
is
it, though, that's beta testing, right? You're beta testing Starlink. I could imagine it getting a lot cheaper. I know Netflix kind of is a bad example of this, but they were like $20 a month when they started their streaming services. Then it went to like $4.99, and now it's back up to $20 a month. You know, it has that wave. But I think Starlink may head to a if not free, damn near free. But yeah, $100 a month isn't free. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it isn't, but it's always the same. If a product has more demand long time, it's always getting cheaper because you can pay it somehow or in the background. You know, the more interest is on a product, the more demand, the cheaper it gets, which is logical.
Well,
in my
again,
opinion.
look at Windows as an example. When's the last time anybody had to pay for their operating system when they buy a computer? The company that's sold you the computer already bought you the operating system. You didn't
That
have
better
to
be
do
in
it.
there.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah, this is exactly the thing. I see the same with Starlink as well. That will be somewhere for
Yeah,
free.
it's gonna be like an Amazon Kindle with free Starlink, so you could read your free books for free. And
Yeah.
then they're gonna get you through ads and other ways of monetizing that device and the internet that you
Ooh.
have.
Your Tesla is just a big router, and if you have one, you get free internet for life. Just gives it to you.
That would
Yeah,
be that would be nice.
It'd be dope.
I think if
Oh, you're gonna do
Elon would have said you buy a Tesla and you get free internet for life in your car, I think everybody would have bought a Tesla and just started living in their car.
Yeah, you park it near your house within a certain range, and everything just takes internet from it and just gets it from the satellite.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Let's go, Elon. You're
Yeah,
so
what's he
smart.
waiting for?
Let's do this, bro.
Hey, noob, NFT noob 23. How goes it, bro? Thanks for joining. Jack K. I hope you're coming to Shitcoin, bro. I see you in the
Please.
chat. Chili B, much love, bro. Thanks for stopping by the live stream. What up, Jess?
Awesome.
Jazz with an Jazz. Hey, what's happening with hex staking? I don't know, man. I staked my hex for 5,555 days. So for like 15 years, I honestly couldn't give a single fuck because there's nothing I can do about it.
You're gonna have $1 billion. Watch Hex Moon.
I don't know. I staked
I
a
know.
million hex, which I think right now is like what, like 110,000, 100,000. I don't fucking know what that's worth. I don't look at it because it's staked for like 15 years. So like maybe in like 14 years I'll start looking at it and getting excited.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be if you just forget it for a while and have a look later. That will surprise you. This is a good effect here. You know, it makes you wake up, take a look, and was like, oh, moment, there was something I forgot this. You take a look and it was like,
It's dope, dude. I love doing that. I had a MetaMask wallet that I didn't check. I think I had opened it in 2018, and I didn't check it until like I think I was in Miami last year, and I checked it. I was like, oh, that's right. Ethereum went up a little bit.
Let me ask, what other wallets do you use then? If you just haven't checked your MetaMask.
I mean, I just have a couple MetaMasks and
Okay, all right, I get it. What's running?
Coinbase, Trust Wallet. I've got like everything. I don't know. I've got like everybody. I don't know. I feel like everybody has like a few wallets that they don't really take care of that
I feel
well.
like I feel
one
like
main
that's
one.
gonna happen a lot less in the future, man. Like we had like a lot to play with back, and it feels like we may have more now, but it's really just limited to the big boys. Like I had an Airbits wallet, which turned into an Edge wallet. And I have a Jax wallet. I had a what was that, Koinami or Koinomi wallet?
I know.
Yeah.
Shout out Edge Wallet, by the way.
Yeah, I had the Blue wallet for Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I have never used that, but I was wondering about Lightning thing somehow. But I like
to have more than 10 wallets
Alexa.
for sure. Easy.
Yeah, I know I can keep going.
Maybe just on my phone. Like I have them on like old computers. Like
do you use the wallet just called Wallet by Coinbase? It used to be called Toshi. It was a lot cooler then. Hey,
I have one of
goes
those.
it?
I have like the little blue dot. I've got one of those wallets too.
Get a Cardano wallet. Let me send you some VFi. Yo, bro. You know what, Jack? You should come on the podcast, man, before Shitcoin.
Yeah, come on.
Come on the podcast.
We both know you. We're friends with you. Come out.
Jump into it right now.
Yeah, just do it right now. We're about to wrap things up, but I wanted to shout out Sound Dr. Jeannie for tuning in. Irish Girl Crypto, she said she's downloading Alt Space, so check out the Alt Space. I posted a link. I'll post it again.
Alt Space is dope.
Yeah, please go ahead and RSVP. We have a metaverse version of Shitcoin happening in Alt Space, so you can go ahead and RSVP and join there. Please share that link with friends. And
enemies.
Smart Digital Payments. Shout out to Mike. Much love to everybody. Yeah, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in. How could somebody get Ben token? Like, what wallet do we need?
This is a really interesting question at the end. I would say just join the community, and because we have some few happenings, events. Recently, we're going to launch. We have now our pre-sale, and for May 1st, we have the main sale. And what we do right now is we're giving out some bands for participating, talking about that. We make some few hangouts, and then that's how we drop bands. And of course, the same here. Just join, and you will see there's some few opportunities. Whitelisting is public as well right now. So check that out. I believe Kenn, you can just add the Telegram link there, maybe somewhere in the description later or so.
Do you want to send it to me in the chat real quick here on Zoom?
Okay, just let me.
Yeah, no worries. Just grab the link, post it in the chat here, and I can post the Telegram link.
Would love that.
Post it.
Yeah, we have some few happenings we're running. What I want to do is multiple hangouts on Telegram or Twitter as well. So it's just a cozy thing, and then we hang out, and then we drop some bands then there. Let me quickly copy and paste it. One moment. I'm doing all on my smartphone right now. This is the internet generation, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's shout out to our generation for sure. We were raised by the internet. It's in a song of mine. Shout out to Kenn. He's gonna be in music soon. Aren't you joining the music industry?
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
Chat. Yeah, nice one. Lovely. Like that.
I did that for you, Kenn.
Yes.
Aww. All right, there we go. I got the link.
Man.
All right, here you go, bros.
The energy today, man. I don't know what this is.
Like you said a minute ago, just we drop it like it's hot,
I'll be a robot. Like I don't even
just
care.
join. You as well can you can join, and of course you can get some for free. So
let me go ahead and join. I'm in so many telegrams. Sometimes I have to like abandon one.
I feel so bad when I leave one because I know the people in there like.
I'm a human. Start.
No.
Hold on. 23 plus 80 is 103. Am I human? I did it. I'm a human.
Yeah. Now you are.
I ain't got that.
All right. Now, how do I go back to the chat? Oh, did I do it? All right. Can I post a thingy in here? Boom.
Yeah, feel free. Just post everything here. Makes noise.
And I'd prefer that said, are you an intelligent life force? Because I don't like the fact that, it's like if you're not human, you shouldn't be able to use it. What about the fine extraterrestrials that roam our Earth that want to be a part of it?
Oh, there is some news I do want to share with our community real quick. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me do a screen share so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, so let me share this link with the bros. 4:20 today. So 4:20 p.m. Eastern. There's the link. You want to go ahead and get your graffiti punk balaclava, Dutchy, skin blend. I mean, it's like, look at this. Graffiti Kings, Wampa Stompa, Digital Asset. It's like the threesome we've all been waiting for.
Awesome.
And they come with these Minecraft skins, so you can wear these skins in Minecraft. So if you have the NFT in your wallet, when you play
Really?
Minecraft, you can link your Wax wallet to Minecraft, and you get to
Aw-
show off your NFT in game.
Oh, I need to try it by my own. This is an awesome idea. I like that.
Yeah, they're just sick.
See this? Do you see this? Do you see this shit?
Yeah, man, great.
That's
I
sick.
like yeah,
I think,
great idea.
honestly,
Yeah, that's
people,
the only picture they need. I'm like, oh, do they have more photos? I'm like scrolling down. I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is
people
all
are
you
sleeping
fucking
on
need.
this still. Like the skins that they're creating are crazy. People are not really seeing like what's really the bigger vision here, I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
April
makes
1st is the snapshot, bros, and the sales today. So I just wanted to make sure that the Wax Bro community remembers 4 p.m. today, not to just smoke one, but, might want to go hodl
yeah,
one.
great. I was wondering, to implement Minecraft by our own somehow, because if it comes to doing a metaverse, it makes totally sense to do it on Minecraft. So yeah, I like that idea. We need to find out how to do so with smart contracts, but this is a great idea. Also, the NFTs looks great, bro. Like that.
Yeah, man, the digital asset is a genius, and Wampa Stompa is a mad scientist.
Shout out Wampa. Shout out Seb.
Man.
Yeah, and Graffiti King's doing it big, getting just killing it right now. I love it, and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to make sure you guys remember it, and I wanted to remember too because I have to grab some wax. So 4 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern today, the digital asset. Check it out. Collab with the Graffiti Kings, and don't forget to join the Telegram right there. It's ECOSIS Network.
Duh.
Ecosis Network
Like-
on Telegram. So t.me/Ecosis Network. And the link, I'll post it one more again. I posted it in my Telegram too, just so my community can see that.
Great.
So go ahead and join, say hi. You have to prove you're human. I just passed the test. So
I'm so sorry that we need to do that, but we need to do that.
oh no, we do that too. We do the same thing in our Telegram as well. Actually, if you join my Telegram and you talk, you actually can earn multiple currencies every time you send a message. You can earn Kenn token and you can earn Dust token.
Right.
And
Okay,
I think Graffiti Kings is working on a way that would eventually we'll be able to have their token as an earner in our chat as well and other ones. So definitely a cool thing to have. Maybe we can have you talk to our team and we can get your Telegram turned into a miner for Kenn token.
Yeah, hey, why not? Let's talk about that. Of course. That.
That'd be awesome,
makes
bro.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, we got about the same amount of members, 2,500, about the same. Yeah, it would be cool to see if you guys wanted to mine some Kenn token. All right. Anyway, I got to let everyone go. It's already a little over 1. I got to get going. But yeah, don't forget, Nathan is, the answer of love. Love is that answer. I will see you here in Miami soon, bro, when you get into town.
I'm coming in on the 1st, and I'm coming in hot. We're going to give several live performances. The Love is the Answer Collective is going to be in town, and Kenn's going to be performing something with us. I'm putting him on the spot now.
Beep, bop, beep, bop, boop.
Kenn's making his rap debut live.
Yeah, I love
Something
that.
fell in my house when I jumped. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, something fell.
But yeah, I like that. I need to come and visit you this year somewhere. It would be great.
Yeah, if you have anybody in the community that wants to represent, Ben Token and Ecosis Network and what you are doing, just tell them to come out to Miami and come to Shitcoin the 5th and 6th of April.
Okay. This is really early for me because I'm in mid on launch. But let's keep in touch because of that. Would really love to come to over your place.
Thank you, man.
Definitely.
All right, bros, we're going to wrap it up here. Don't forget, please do me a favor, share this out. If you're watching, share the live stream on social media. If you're watching it on Twitter, please hit us with a retweet. If you're watching it on Facebook, share this. Even share this to a Facebook group. If you're in like a crypto group on Facebook, go ahead and share it out. And then don't forget to uninstall, delete, and block Facebook from your life. Head on over to float.app. Or Twitch, I see Irish Girl Crypto watching on Twitch. You can watch us on Twitch. Morton Matt D, thanks for tuning in. Sound Dr. Genie, Irish Girl Crypto, everybody, thank you. Much appreciate the love and support. Jack K, I can't wait to hug you. You should definitely come on the podcast, like, I don't know, Monday or something. Like, Jack, I want to talk before we see you in Miami. Christopher, as always, man, it's always good chatting. I'm sure we'll see you again. Make sure you schedule another time to come on the podcast.
Yes.
And love that. Made much fun as always. You're good boys. Love that. Good vibrations. Let's repeat that.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, man.
All right. Have a day.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice
Hello,
day.
happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Kenn Bosak.